So are you an Arcturian Starseed? Hi everyone, I'm intuitive Cathleen Miller, and today I am sharing tips and insights about being part of the Arcturian star family. And so if you see some of my other videos, I'm doing several different clips on different ones. I have a giant star team that I work with because I do work in the Galactic Akashic. I do work with numerous different star systems and beings. So I am very blessed to be able to work with at least a few from so many different backgrounds. And so I am doing this to share my knowledge, but also to really raise awareness about the benevolence, really the true agenda of peace, of helping society to come out of mind control and come out of a lot of oppressive energies and move into personal sovereignty, personal empowerment, personal creation, really being aligned in your own source energy of creation. And so Arcturians are incredible. What I love about Arcturians that's different, because I've already done the Lyran and Palladians, and what makes them different compared to a few others is that these are very much, not only do they look human, they have more, the two main ones that I work with, sometimes different ones will come in and out very temporarily, but I do have two that I work with very consistently, and they do have a Nordic. They're quite a bit taller, translucent skin, so kind of white, almost albino, very, very light skin, very, very white to light hair. The female has braids that are really intertwined beautifully, and then the male has a little bit longer white, very light hair as well, and then just very strong bone structure, beautiful, beautiful. What I love about the Arcturians is that they do have a tremendous amount of emotional intelligence. And so unlike some star beings and star systems that I work with that are more kind of like Spock, where they're like, here's a transmission, here's an information, and it's more of a download instead of a feeling sense and more of that empathic emotional intelligence exchange. The Arcturians are because their work here and our Starseeds, our ground crew, if you are an Arcturian Starseed, you may have, and this is probably one of the top ones, is they're very big in helping larger kind of community relations, governing relations, systems that groups work in, and helping interpersonal relationships, group relationships to really work peacefully. Also more of a holistic, so they're very big on conscious technologies for us to awaken those within ourselves, but also to bring these forms of free energy and those aspects in as well. So if you are a big on communication, maybe people say you're amazing with communications, you see things very differently to help systems work together. Maybe you work in HR or in a corporate or any sort of capacity where you help a lot of different energies to come together and flow really well. That can be a sign of that kind of Arcturian connection. And so they are very present right now in our airspace. They are working over in a completely benevolent, completely kind way to assist for supporting very chaotic aspects to come into peaceful relations. And this is so much about, not only what we're dealing with, and I am in the U.S., so in our country here, but also for global and even intergalactic relations. Because remember, we are, it's bigger than just our planet. If we blow our planet up, it affects other planets, other star systems downstream. It has multi-dimensional layers. We are interlayered with these. We have DNA of these. That is part of what Starseed is. And so as we begin to open up and wake up to this, it begins to help us to really connect in, to begin to awaken with gifts from that. Because if you have this Arcturian Starseed connection, you may have gifts that you're really dynamic and working with groups, are really helping to steer maybe a lot of very different energies to get them on the same page. It's sort of like the eagle eye view of where everything needs to go. And so they are wonderful with systems in that way. They're wonderful with the communications. I also like that they just have a deep understanding. When I work with mine, they are very focused on not only my personal relationships, but what I'm building and what they are encouraging me to kind of move into greater light leadership in the world as well. And so this is something that for you, if this resonates, or you have a sense that, yeah, that does seem more of what I am already maybe doing, or what I would like to be doing, or I'm being drawn to being doing, then asking for benevolent, high integrity Arcturian beings to really connect, to really begin to come into meditation. You could ask them to come into dream time, and really invite them to help start with your development as well. And so, as always, making sure you are living as clean and clear as you can. Guys, what we are focusing on, what we are putting attention on, what we are intending and moving into is really, this year it's going to be coming back faster. It's going to be coming back clearer and clearer. So really, cleaning up your intentions, cleaning up your personal space, cleaning up your relationships. And because Arcturians are very relationally focused, asking for their support in your relationships is also huge to get insight, get clarity, and help you move into new spaces. What I am hearing for myself personally is, hey, there's a whole nother layer of really how, and I've been embracing who I am, even though I've been a professional intuitive almost this 24 years now. And so I work with people around the world, and I always think, oh, I'm so out there, and they're saying, yeah, there's still aspects of gifts and things you're capable of that you just haven't been comfortable to fully be present with. And so that's not just me, that's every Starseed waking up, is moving into greater visibility, greater willingness to be the difference that we are, because that is lighting up the world, it's lighting up the grid. That is the beacon that is helping to create faster change with less upheaval and more stabilization for the peace on the planet and beyond. So I hope this has been helpful. If you'd like to work with me personally, I do offer Starseed sessions, and you can check that all out at intuitivelifestylesuccess.com. Otherwise, be well.